Okay, so I'm in the Titan here, and I do have a check engine light, and I'm going to check that with my blue driver. There's my blue driver down there, and these are the codes that we got: P1168 and P0051. O2 sensor 2, sorry, O2 sensor, bank 2, sensor 1. Bank 2 would be passenger side, bank 1 would be driver side. So sensor 1, that would be pre-cat, or the sensor closer to the engine. There are 2 oxygen sensors on each side. Sensor 1 would be the first one, and then sensor 2 would be the second one after the cats. I don't have cats right now, but it's still the same. 1 closer to the engine and 2 further back. So I already went ahead and checked all my connections, making sure they're okay before purchasing a new sensor. They looked good, so I purchased a new sensor to try. There's our part number, Nissan part number. This was about $220 US. I got mine from Z1 Off-Road. On here, this is made by Denso. You can buy the Denso one. It's about $70 cheaper on Rock Auto if you don't want to go for the OEM. I do recommend OEM or Denso. So I wouldn't really trust any other brands, but since the only M1 is Denso, go ahead and get the Denso one if you want. So normally to replace this, you'd go in behind your tire. You want to remove the tire, remove the fender liner, and your OEM one and the OEM exhaust manifolds is going to be right about here. So your connector is going to be right about here as well. I am running extensions and long tube headers, so my extension actually goes down into the collector of the header, which is down here. We'll show you underneath. So if you don't have an extension, you're going to be removing the fender liner and going in here. This new sensor does have some anti-seize on it behind this cap. If you're removing and replacing an old sensor, you'll want to put some new stuff on there. I did spray it a couple of days ago with some MP, and the wrench size that fits on these is 7/8. There are special O2 sensor wrenches. I did try several of them when I was removing them before, and they didn't work. They just kept spreading apart, and I had the best luck with just a crescent wrench. So here's the O2 sensor under the truck, right in the header collector, and up there is where my extension connects to it. Okay, that worked out easier than I thought because the tab is on the sensor side, so I was able to reach up with the long needle nose pliers and squeeze it and pinch the tab and pull with these while I got my arm up in there and held the wire end, because you can't fit 2 arms up there. Okay, I'll screw this out the rest of the way. So this heat shield goes right above those collectors where the sensor is, and it popped off on me when I was pushing it out of the way to check the connectors. And we're just going to undo the nuts, put a couple washers on, and try and reinstall it. It may not be needed with headers because it actually goes right above the cat, so it's the cat that probably heats up a lot, causing the need for that. So we'll try and install it, and if I can't, then we'll probably leave it out. So I don't see any definitive damage to this, but a couple of the wires right at the end there don't look that great. And there's our 2 little nuts for a heat shield, so those washers will work well. I'll put that back up. That's about as far as we're going to. So I was able to easily reach up there, grab the wire connector with my 2 fingers, and then push them together with my hand, and we're all tucked up there safely. Nothing's rubbing, so we'll go in the truck and clear the codes. Okay, so we're all done. No check engine light. We're going to take it for a drive later and then check again. I scanned it again. We've got no pending code, no confirmed code. We have 2 permanent codes still, the same ones. Those are going to take time to clear. That's the difference between confirmed and permanent. The truck has to clear itself. You can't just erase it. It's showing no codes there is a good sign.